Good morning, Alpha Traders. What is going on in the crypto market? Don't y'all wish you knew? Don't y'all wish you had the distribution on your charts? Yeah, good times. Good times in crypto land. The pump is back. Is it sustainable is the question. We're going to go through that on today's stream. For sure, we're going to go through that on today's stream. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, you know, Saturday morning in the woods.
Yeah.
Looking.
What an outlier.
Power. Bitcoin is the honey badger. It does not give a shit. We've been talking about this pump for a minute. We've been talking about all these legs. Everything Bitcoin's been doing. We've been talking for months about the mean reversion that's going to happen. You know, it's just win, right? Mm-hmm. And that's huge in crypto. Win, 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 win. Win this, win that. Well, win is now. Win is now. That is for sure. So what do we got over here? We got the RMLR, the reverse mean of log returns. Entitled the video, you'll see I said Solana is correlated to Bitcoin. As you can see, Solana is just crushing it. Solana's up 23.45%, right? On the a little, obviously a little more than Bitcoin, but when Bitcoin pumps 5%, you know, great move on BTC. Solana's right on its heels though. Mean reverting. BTC already mean reverted to the 33 power mean. This was our target. You go to yesterday's stream, I said probably exactly what was going to happen. I know how Bitcoin does it. Bitcoin always overshoots those targets, and it did. It almost did a 3SD move. Pretty powerful. The third standard deviation was at $21,700. That 33 power mean was at 19,886. I was talking about targets in between like 19.5 because that was the 95 for Laplace distribution range on the weekly time frame. Second standard deviation. Right now, it did push to the top side. These deviation levels move with volatility. So right now it's at about 20,000. A little over $20,063 right now. Kind of would be a no-brainer. Here's what happens with these probabilities. So right now there's a 95.4% chance Bitcoin closes down by this power mean, right? By Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't think the times have changed again yet, have they? Who knows? Matt from Alpha Trading's better with the time. He's the keeper of time.
It's the regular winter time now.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know, man.
I have no clue.
I can check it myself.
Well, when's this 4 hour? Or wait a minute. Let's click this on 4 hour real quick, just to get a 4 hour. 2 hours? Yeah. We're on the same times. Same times. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is when we get the close Sunday night. Beautiful. So yeah, you've been seeing a lot of these charts lately on the Alpha Trading streams. We're all about mean reversion, all right? We sure are. And this is a great chart right here. I know if you're looking at this for the first time, it's probably a little confusing. Looks like a lot of noise. We like noise. You need noise in volatility trading. That's what we're looking for. And this is on a weekly chart. You should see this noise on a 5 minute and 3 minute. Pretty noisy. And we like it that way. We really do. So yeah, so for BTC to close up here around this third standard deviation, that's a 99.7% probability level. That means there's a 99.7% chance this weekly candle does not close above there. There's only a 0.03% chance it does. That's normal distribution, right? We use Laplace distribution because it really handles the big volatility crunches and stuff. Here we go. 99.7 Laplace, 22.875. So there's also, if we're going to the Laplace distribution, there's a 99.7% chance BTC dataset doesn't close above that level. So that's interesting. But the probabilities are, right now, this is how this works. The probabilities are for this to pull back by the close tomorrow. So don't be surprised if it closes down around 20K. Right? Everybody was wondering, will the data set get through 20K? Did it get through it? It nuked right through it. For sure. What was the high? 21, like 21.4 or something? Yeah, 21.367. And I'm going to bring up some projection bosses here. I just wanted to show how correlated Solana is. You can look at the data sets on the VRE. This baby is, I'll tell you what, more correlated than a lot of cryptos right now. You can tell by the percentage of the pumps. I mean, Band's at 9%. You got DOT at 12%. Solana, though, 24.15%. What was the high on Sol? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, almost 25 bucks. I've literally been talking for days, talking in other discords that are Solana based, right? That Solana's going to be back at $30 soon. Of course, there's some people just like giggle, 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 ha, ha, ha. Okay, man. Whatever. It's all good. We're here. We're not going anywhere. And you want to talk about probabilities? We have a very high probability hit rate. Right? What we talk about on these streams, very high probability of these things happening. And now why I say that, I will always give both sides of the probabilities, to the upside and to the downside. But at Alpha Trading, we understand the divergence between price action and returns. We understand mean reversion. Two of the most important things really to focus on, in my opinion. When you understand those two things and you're able to use a workflow jumping down through time frames to get your perfect entry for these moves, you'll get it, man. You'll get it. It takes some studying, but you'll figure it out. This is definitely really don't know how to put it. It's not like new age trading or anything. These high frequency trading algorithms have been using the distribution for, I mean, you can go back. Normal distribution, probably since the beginning, right? But you look, they don't talk about what they do. That's why a lot of things we talk about, people think that we're just, right? It's, wow, these guys are way off the reservation. What are they even talking about? You don't hear about this stuff because these are the actual firms that are on the other side of your losing trades, okay? This is how they trade. Whether you want to believe it or not, look, you can go off in YouTube Jimmy Land and believe whatever these guys are telling you. Look, it's a scam. They're trying to bring you onto leveraged exchanges. Look at all their links they have for you to tap on.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. That's all they care about. Most of these guys don't even trade. So don't let them sit there and lie to you. Most of them don't trade. They make their money from you in YouTube land. Clicking on their links, listening to their bullshit, right? Buying their educational programs, whatever it may be, buying their lagging indicators. Yeah. What were you going to say, Yasha, while I was ranting?
I was just gonna say, like, there's, excuse me, pardon me. I was just gonna say, a bunch of these guys, they have like their own, discords and stuff, and they'll make like requirements for even to stay in their discord. You need to sign up to some exchange that they designate because that's the one they're affiliated to, and you need to go through their link, and then B, you need to actually have active trades there, and like as long as you're in their Discord, you need to be trading actively on those sites, meaning they're pushing people to trade even when they shouldn't be trading necessarily. They should be learning and whatever. And like they're like, if you're not actively trading on these exchanges, we'll even kick you out of our Discord permanently. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of policing that goes on in this market sometimes, frankly, and it's just it's a horrible sham because that's how they feed themselves, right? They're so, like you said, they're not living on trading; they're living on basically fleecing people with courses and signals and all kinds of garbage, lagging indicators and ridiculous nonsense that's literally designed to get people wrecked because that's how they make more money. Oh, and they'll tell you, no, it's not in our interest to get you wrecked. It's in our interest for you to make money because then we'll make more on referrals. But if that was the case, then they would actually give you proper information on how to trade properly. But they know that the cycle is roughly 90 days for the average trader to get wrecked. So that's actually what they're pushing.
The 90-90-90 rule.
Yep. And it's even worse with the 100x leverage firms. So I mean, it's way shorter.
It goes to 30-30-30 real fast.
Yeah.
If that,
really
it could go 3 day, 3 day, 3 day.
Right. Yeah. So, but seriously, like a month is a long time. At this, 2 months.
Yeah.
Pretty long. A month is still a long time, and when you have super high leverage, people using it like candy.
Yeah. Yep. And so, why do we harp on this distribution so much? Because, guys, gals, right, out in trading land, it's all that matters. Where did these two pumps go? Right? Where did these two pumps go? Look where the new daily opened up. Okay, daily opened up Boom. Here's the 68.3 Laplace range. These two white cross lines. Bitcoin immediately rocket ships in the first three 15-minute candles. That white cross line, 95.4 Laplace distribution range. The blue cross line was the second standard deviation normal distribution, which everybody out there in trading land, it's the bell curve of normal distribution. Remember it from school? Remember when you were looking at school? What the hell? What good is this ever going to do me in life? A lot, if you're a trader. All those times where I was like, screw math, right? Screw math. I was a math hater when I was in school. I barely got through math. I was more focused on golf. I'll be honest. I didn't care about school. Probably was the reason why I ended up off the golf team. But hey, it's okay. Let's see here. So 95.4 Laplace to the top side. Look at Solana.
You're playing at the 19th hole all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Solana blew Bitcoin out. Went to the third standard deviation normal distribution. Right? So not only did it get above the 95.4 Laplace, or sorry, the second standard. No. Hold on here. No, that is the 3SD. Wow. Yep, 3SD move. Powerful. I got to turn on all 5 of these levels too. Wait a minute, man. What am I doing here? 1, 2, 3. Nope, 4th standard deviation. That's what I was like. This is not matching up correctly. Bilbo, you got too many lines on your chart. You can't tell what's what. No, 4SD move. Guys, that's like a 0.9999 probability level. No doubt this thing was going to pull back. Where'd it pull back to? Top side of the second standard deviation. Kicked up. White dotted, or the red dotted line right here is literally the top of the weekly range for Solana. Okay, so don't be surprised if Solana comes back down here before Sunday, closes around 21 bucks, 21, anywhere from, let's see, what's this monthly level at? Anywhere from 21 to like 21.5, somewhere in this range. Definitely going to close. This is actually close enough once it closes around here. You're not going to see too many data sets close outside of their weekly ranges. It just doesn't happen. But I'll tell you one thing. It'll happen more than it does on the daily. Right? I'm going to go ahead and save confidence. On a daily, it's so rare. It is so rare of it happening. Right? It just doesn't. This is the top side of the daily right here. Right? 22.35. So you got the top of the weekly here, top of the daily. Here's what's great about these daily ranges, though. We're going to get another one here in what? 10 hours? About 10 hours? Yep. So we're going to, that top side of that daily range, shit, it'll be up here around 30 bucks probably. The only problem, like I'm saying, here's the top of the weekly, right? So now you will get a data set that'll close outside the top of the weekly, especially in crypto with the volatility that cryptocurrency has. The dailies, though, it doesn't. It's so rare, so very rare. But BTC and Solana, they have ran away from the actual center of the weekly ranges, and we talk about it all the time. They are magnets for price action. You got to put a lot of space between the data set in those weekly ranges or monthly ranges, or you're going to see a reversal. That thing will come right back down to it. This was a pretty powerful move. Somebody was buying. There's a lot of buying going on. There has been. Right? There has been a lot of buying going on. Everybody's like, Bitcoin's going to zero. I'm like, you're about to get shocked, bears. Said it in so many videos. You bears better buckle up. You're about to get hammered. That's exactly what happened. I'm sure a lot of people using leverage out there thinking these markets were just going to dump out, got wrecked. That's okay.
Yeah.
So could this just be a squeeze? Could this be a squeeze? I don't know. We're going to go into the other charts and see how overextended some of these Z-score ranges are and stuff. Let's see here real quick. Let's pop over here. Look at Solana. Should we do Solana first? No. Bitcoin. And how long has it been since we've seen a nice move like this in Bitcoin? All right, I was talking to other people about it. Just powerful, man. Look at these dailies. Guys, 3 days in a row, the daily candle is nailed to 99.7 Laplace. That is showing a lot of strength. If you understood the distribution, you would understand there's a shitload of buying going on. You don't get those moves often. You really don't. Especially at the top side, right? It's usually, we all know, it's like, what do the bulls do? The bulls take the stairs. The bears take the elevator. It's just the way it is. It's the way it always has been. right? I mean, when there's a sell-off, it happens fast. Then the buying, nice and steady. When it's a good move, I mean, you got an outlier. You got an outlier on the variance on the daily, right? It just been going for days. It's pretty incredible. Here's another pretty incredible thing. Okay, the indicators we use for divergence. When I'm talking about divergence, I'm talking about between price action and returns. It's the only div that matters, right? I don't care what any of these other YouTubers say. They're lost, man. If you're using divergence with RSI, MACD, stochastics, you are getting lagging reads more than you realize. Usually by the time there's a good div play on one of those indicators, the move is done. People get into positions and get wrecked. People create indicators that give signals for divergence. By the time those signals populate, the move 95% of the time is already over. And so you get into these positions and you get wrecked immediately. You don't do that with price action between, or divergence between price action and returns. There is no bear div on this move at all on the returns oscillator. The Fishers just have a massive hard on. The DLP, there's no div. When you see moves like this thing is not done, man. This thing is not done. There's no div on anything. Z-score log returns, returns oscillator, Fisher, DLP. Look at the trend. You don't see this often too. When that trend just blasts through the deviation levels and it is strong to the downside. You had positive correlation, right? You had positive correlation. Now this is on the daily, but look, it started sloping down, and right when it started contracting, that's the thing. I don't want people to get confused. You're still up here significantly negatively correlated. So when you get a break in correlation like this, and you're seeing price action still expanding, moving to the top side, that's okay. Especially when you're up here, it was at like a 96. You're waiting for contraction. The correlation's already set up. Look at this daily candle just walked. I mean, it ran. Let's not talk about walking. That baby ran to the top side. Now we can drop down here to the 4 hour. See what's going on here. Now there's a little div right there. Look, you got a nice 4 hour candle pullback. I mean, it went down to what? 20, I don't know, 22. Yeah, actually not that much at all. Actually, I'll take that back from the top. Yeah, it dropped about $1,000 on that div right there. But look at the correlation for this down move now, right? I mean, there's no good positive correlation. The Fishers are even looking like they're wanting to turn back up. There's some div on the DLP that is present, but I'm looking at this variance coming down negatively correlated. Look at this. Look at the wick on this 4 hour candle, and then this next 4 hour candle that just opened, right? Bam. Look at the how this trend on Entropy. Right? It's just been stair-stepping down, nailing these deviation levels. This is what you want to see on a powerful move. Volatility, expanding. It's not even at 100%, positively correlated. You can see right here, right? Here's some contraction, negatively correlated. BTC starts walking. Bam, you get this massive expansion of volatility. The correlation broke back here. When you have expansion and volatility, positively correlated, your data set is going to move to the top side. Now it's up to you to be able to create a workflow. So, because you're like, okay, well, this is a 4 hour, right? How do I know when this move's over? Well, number one, entropy. Entropy tells you a lot. Volatility tells you a lot. Z-score tells you a lot. All these indicators I have here tells you a lot. All of them together gives you great targets for entries and exits. But I'm not getting them on a 4 hour. You got to be able to drop down through these time frames. Here's the entry. Here's the entry time frames. If you're looking for one of these legs, right? The entries are down here. In some of these powerful moves, I mean, look at some of these 4 hour candles. There's barely any pullbacks. I can guarantee on the 15 minute, these are massive outliers. Great entries. So yeah, good stuff. Woo! BTC looking strong. What's this 90 minute look like? Hidden bull, you're getting, and so when you get a massive pump like this, here's what happens. Whenever you get a massive dump or a massive pump, immediately the other side, right? So the bears, you're going to be battling hidden bull for a while now. That's just how, on all these time frames, you'll start setting up hidden bull and you continue to get these legs, right? Until that peters out, it's going to continue. It's going to continue. And right here on the 90 minute, starting to contract, negatively correlated. I like that. I'm going to, 45, we'll check it. Almost.
Can I quickly say this?
You sure can.
I was quickly, sorry to interrupt. I was experiencing some losses because I was hyper aggressive, trying to short positive drift on the 1 minute, even though RO was saying down. Don't get on the wrong side of positive drift in these current market conditions. Ciao, bello.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Well, hello. I think he said he got wrecked.
There's a village near him that's going to be losing goats later today in order to make up for his extra
No. I'm happy fucking days, G. So you guys obviously saw in trading room, there's like 1K XRP, then I dropped 400 back into VJ and that bitch is up 150. I'm like, let's get it on, bro. Gotta make sure I scalp this rally though, to make it count. Otherwise, I'm happy days, I've paid off my bubble gooses.
There you go.
That's about it.
Hilarious.
Love it, dude. Love it.
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah, right now in the 33, we're having a little bit of a freaking little reset here on the returns oscillator. All the fishers are above the mean of the bands. Entropy is random right now. The predictor just flipped to the downside. But you got to remember, I already told you. Now, do I think that this moves over? Not really. I really don't. Not what I'm seeing like on daily and above on the macro time frames. But we're outside of these weekly ranges, right? We're outside. Bitcoin. Demon Christmas. Hold on for a second. How far is Bitcoin? Okay, where is the top? And we were talking about this on yesterday's stream, and it literally nuked it. God, it's way down here at 18K. Let me see here. Yep. Remember how tight? This is perfect too, because usually I'm looking. Not only did you were having some tight daily ranges along the way, but you get this tight weekly range, right? I mean the whole weekly. We're talking these green dotted lines, right? Are they both right there? Yep. Boom, boom, boom. And here's the three red lines. Bam, bam, bam. So from about 18K down to, that is one of the full, like for a full weekly range from top to bottom, all the resistance and support levels, that is one of the more tighter ones I have ever seen. It's under 2K. So this is a no-brainer. This thing flew, but at the same time, I mean, we're talking BTC is almost $3,000 above the top of its weekly range. God bless the dailies. Let's see what happens, man. It's going to be interesting. Here, I'll say it right now. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if this thing freaking just the bottom falls out of it too. All right? I mean, we're not going to bring any of our bias into here. I mean, do I want Bitcoin to fucking get back up at about 30K and then reevaluate? Yep, sure do. This is a hell of a move, though. And more likely what's going to happen because of the volatility I'm seeing is this baby is going to close up here. It'll probably close around 21. Hell, who knows? We could get another pump. We're going to get this new daily candle. Who knows where the top side of the daily will be. But, wow. It's going to get real interesting. I can tell you that right now. But don't be surprised if it reverts and charges down towards the top of that daily range and just wrecks the shit out of all the FOMO. Right? That's what these markets are all about. People just not understanding how to trade. They're just copy trading. They're just looking for signals. People are bouncing around, listening to all these different YouTube channels. Oh, whoa, do they all think the same thing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do, because it's an echo chamber. There's an echo chamber. And a lot of them out there copy one specific person. They'll like wait for his video, and then they'll put out their videos, right?
Oh, they all
like mimicking each other. That's all they do. It's a riot. You'll never see a lot of them on different sides of what they believe is going on because they know what works. You know, they know how to.
Work the feeding frenzy.
Yes. Work the feeding.
Also, they don't know things like today's daily range is 1.97% on Biddy. What does that mean? Well, the daily range, when it's at or above 2%, is ranging. When it's below 2%, is trending. But when it's so close to 2%, you could have a nice mixed bag. So do not be surprised, as we've seen all day, a lot of random walking. And then, of course, you'll have trending moves here and there. But, yeah, so there could be some nice ranging moves. And what does that mean? Well, if you know how to trade the VEPS, you know that ranging moves are a wonderful occurrence of opportunity to know how to limit your losses very easily and maximize your profits by not being greedy and taking profits quickly at the top of hills and selling at the bottom of valleys. or rather buying at the bottom of valleys and selling at the top of hills, I should say.
Right.
So, yeah, not to be greedy, especially when you have a day like today. After a big pump, there will be a lot of volatility because there will be a lot of people like, what do I do? What do I do? Trade the maths. Trade the maths.
Trade the maths.
Especially on an asset that is literally built by math. Right? And on a lot of these crypto assets, they're built by math. They're proper crypto. And they are running on math. So math likes math.
Math does like math.
Trading. Yeah, math likes math. And people will say, well, the trading's just a zero-sum game. Yeah, not if you're on the winning side of your trade, though.
Do you guys want to hear a little trick that I've been doing to HIX?
Before you do, let me just mention to you one thing, because you said you're using drift on the 1 minute. I would highly advise you also try not using drift on the 1 minute. Drift is usually for higher, because markets move with drift, but on higher time frames. Super low.
I wasn't going to burst his bubble.
Screen watch with me, and then you can witness some black magic.
No.
Ends on your look back.
Yeah, it depends on your look back and everything else. That's absolutely true. I'm just saying, higher time frames is when it tends to move on drift. So yeah, if you're doing a far enough look back, then sure.
The African crypto warlord and his black magic. That should be the title of your next vid.
Yo,
epic.
Okay,
Epic.
XP black magic, some shit. We'll make it up. Yep.
Black magic warlord.
Yes, sir.
Man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Obviously not valuable, but there was one thing that was valuable is thanks for throwing out the percentages for the daily VRE. If it's like 2%, then you'll know it's a trending day.
Yeah.
Or I just need to write that down. I'll obviously message you to get that correct. That was very interesting because I can only gauge it when it's like, oh yeah, this one is like the red line is touching the yellow line. This is definitely a tight one. To me, then it doesn't want to come back or super trending.
Right.
But yeah.
Over the last couple of days too, BTC dominance has popped a couple of points. I think pretty good. Been a while. It hasn't moved. If anything, going down. But I got the correlation chart up here. This is BTC and Solana. Is it strongly correlated? This is. Oh, wait a minute. Damn it. Let's go up here. Boom. Here's a 4-hour daily. Right? I mean, just strong. Look at the data sets. Solana is very correlated with the Bitcoin. I could pop over here and probably drop on some of these lower percentages. Cardano, right? Atom, things of this nature. They're not going to be correlated, right? We got Litecoin. I mean, a lot of these that are under probably a 5% pump, you're not going to see them too highly. They might be correlated, but not as much as Solana. Solana's just crushing it. And it might even be correlated. Yeah, look at the weekly. Jeez. But now, cryptos run together. We know that, but not all of them. Usually, when BTC has a massive pump, right, you will see a little bit that some of the alts will get cream pied, right? A lot of the liquidity will pull out of the alts. It's when Bitcoin has these big pumps and starts to go sideways or pull back a little bit, people are taking those BTC profits, slamming them in the alts, and then the alts will pump. So, but everybody is just so burnt out from this fucking bear market. I'm sure when BTC started flying, everybody's just like, woohoo, empty the bank. Let's go. Just started buying everything. Solana, though, for Solana to be up almost 24%, and at one time it was up about 25, 26%, that's a hell of a move. But who got beat up? Who got beat up the most off of this FTX debacle besides fucking all the people that were had all their funds on FTX? Solana did bad. Solana right now, I said it yesterday on stream, with the Bitcoin price of 20, I mean, Solana should be at about, I don't know, $40 probably, maybe even higher. So it's just getting a little revival here. People are understanding, right? There's a lot of haters out there. Everybody just jumped on Solana like it was Solana's fault. Like Solana's a bad blockchain. Anybody that uses it, no, it's damn good. And hey, let's not forget, all this tech is new. All this shit is new. This entire industry. That's what's crazy. But people in crypto, I don't know, man. When you come from traditional, right? When you come from traditional finance, it kind of blows your mind because you're like, God, why are these people, man, these people got no patience for anything. It's like, no, they don't at all, which drives me insane. But I mean, we've been getting beat up by this bear market so long. I mean, this is a nice little relief. Nice little relief indeed. And the fact that BTC overshot the target, I like it a lot. Now, I know what the probabilities are telling me, but I'm still probability denier on big pumps. I'm like, come on, stay up here. I'm telling you, if it closes above this power mean, we could see a massive shift. Like, you know, you're gonna listen to YouTube Jimmy out there saying, well, if we reacquire the 200, if we get up to the 50, and we're talking moving averages. Guys, it's all foolish bullshit. So you're taking an average, a moving average, just an average of previous candles, right, of the price. It's lagging. Why do you want to use that stuff? How about learn about mean reversion? Understand. You're not going to see another indicator like this out there. You know why? Because there isn't one. We are. We created this indicator, right? The Coder Wolves brought forth some magic. Let me let these dogs out. Looks like he wants to eat me. All right, guys, go, go, go. Party time, party time. Wolves are on the run. Okay, so Solana has still got to move up here to its power mean. Wouldn't doubt it at all. Solana's on a mission, all right? I talked about this yesterday. I think I was looking at this level. It's right around 28 bucks. Probably would overshoot. Now, I can't get any higher time frame. Obviously, Solana's not going to give me a good read. Let's look where these dailies are, though, because we're going to be quite a far away. Probably going to be up here at the 3 SD bands. But it's what you got to. This is where your technical expertise as an alpha trader is going to come in handy, because we always talk about, hey, when you come up and you hit these 3 SD, 2 SD levels, right, you're going to mean revert at some point. But what a lot of people don't understand is that when the bands are tight, these volatile moves are gonna blow the bands out. You need to know how to read the other indicators, especially like current candle daily levels, right? Where are we at in the distribution there? Because is where these levels really come in handy is when the bands are already blown out, right? These are very actionable levels. If you get a volatile move with after these bands, man, that's when these things really come into play, hardcore. Right now, it's not like, hey, we're above the 3 SD band on the RMLR. This thing's bound to stop. Man, this thing's not done, in my opinion. Solana, look at the wick right to the top of its third standard deviation band. Powerful. But that's enough on the RMLR. We're going to go over here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play with the projection boss. Let's see what's happening here. Do I got the new PB up? Let's see here. Where are you? Where are you? Let's go up here on the daily. That's probably the problem. Yeah, there it is. Okay, there's my drag and drop. Dragon drop. Look at that. Look at that move. All right, so we start back here. Going sideways. Had this little bear move here. Not much. Here's where the move actually started. We've got the Laplace distribution, and hold on. Turn drift off. What am I on, the daily? Yeah, better. Now, I do use drift sometimes. On a big move like this, though, I'm going to wait till this thing peters out a little bit. Daily and above, like Yasha said, yeah, I try not to use it on lower time frames. But, we're above the distribution. We're outside the 99.7 Laplace on this daily projection, right? That's fine though. Let me see here, because here's the 9999 percentile range up here, and hell, that's at 22.6. Here's what we want to do. This is what's great. All right, this is what's great. Here's the FTX dump, right? Boom. When we were right, where were we? Look what just happened. All right, people are like, oh, that's just the price action moving back to the data set. Dude, this is where the down move started. This is the mean of the projection. So yeah, you can say that, but look, I mean, BTC went right back to it. Full mean reversion coming off the bottom side, the 0.9999 percentile level. Just started reacquiring these levels in the distribution. Had a little rejection here, but once it got back up above it, it was on. And that's right when Entropy trended, right? Correlation broke. Here's where it was walking up. right? You had this little contraction here, negatively correlated, starts to walk up, and then wham, the move starts. Volatility expanded all the way up to like 97. Good move. Love it. Love BTC. Let's pop this on a monthly. Now, here's what I want to see. Let's bring this. Where are you? There you are. All-time high on the monthly. Boom. I've been showing this in secret. You get up here on a monthly macro, this thing has just been hugging the 95 for Laplace. There is, right now, there's a 68.3% chance on the projection from the all-time high that you see BTC back up here over 50K, right? Powerful, man. Don't fade Bitcoin, whatever you do. They always do. I'm saying they always do. The Peter Schiffs of the world. Honey Badger don't give a shift. I love that, Yasha. Honey Badger don't give a shift. Honey Badger does what Honey Badger does. I don't care if you're over in traditional markets. Good, I am, right? There's nothing like BTC. We all know that. I'm not in denial. BTC, as far as the tradable asset goes, this is the Honey Badger. It doesn't get any better. That's why we love it. We love, as a volatility trader, you don't get any better volatility. It is powerful as hell. And look at the monthly. It only expanded to a 24 percentile on the 525, right? Now we're only going to get a 981 read. And if I change the correlation to 981, I don't even have to look. It's positively correlated, right? Look how fast that entropy percentile just wham right back to the top side, right? It was starting to contract right there. So this is a pretty powerful move. And that's a great start. Great looking first month candle of the new year. Right? I mean, could this build on something? Sure it could. You want to see another reason? I'll show you right here. Been talking about it since the all-time highs. That when this pops, when this div pops, right? Look at all the lower lows. Bitcoin got beat the hell up. We know how much it pulled back. What was it at the, what, 80%? 76 or something, right? What is it? I don't remember for sure. I think it's right around 80. All kinds of bull div. And now with this recent move, there was only one fissure up, two fissures are up now. When you get all four of these fissures turning up on the monthly, this volatility expansion and stuff, don't fade the Honey Badger, be careful. And here's another, you go over here on the 45-day, I've been talking about this Z-score. They're bull div over here too. Bull div on the 45-day, two fissures are up, these are more in lockstep too. DLP, right, losing from the downside, nice and steady. This is gonna, all right, contraction, negatively correlated. Now it's starting to expand, right? That was a hell of a volatile move. Correlation hasn't caught up. You can see the correlation flatten though. See what this looks like. Yeah, it's starting to flatten out. This thing can turn right back up real fast. But yeah, so there's bull div all over the place on these macro time frames. Been showing it. Been showing it. There was a shitload on the weekly. I mean, from the whole time, just higher lows. And it's finally starting to play out, all these moves.
Also been saying that when it rips, it's not going to be a gentle $500 a day move. It's going to rip. Right? And well, there you go. You've had some nice rips the last few days.
Yeah.
And,
100%.
Definitely been moving very nicely the last couple of days.
Very nicely. So, let's, now I don't know for sure. But I would probably be hard-pressed to say. Let me see something real quick. Let's pull this up. I'm just going to give a little example. Let's look at this bad boy. Please don't melt my chart. Now, this is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Now, from the all-time fuck you, Yasha, right? Already laughing. From the all-time high, all these lower lows. Look at the returns oscillator. Look at the RSI.
Yeah.
Look at the RSI. Lagging piece of shit indicator based on price action. Right? The relative strength index is worthless to you guys. Right now, people are going, oh, wait, boy, no, I don't trust the move yet. We need the RSI to cross the MA here, and then, oh, we could have a breakout. It's just like, I don't know when people are going to learn, man. It's not the way to track divergence. You're going to screw yourself. Price action. If you need to know anything, know this. Price action follows the returns. right? It doesn't follow the relative strength index, that's for damn sure. Price action follows returns. Returns make the move first. That's why we love all these indicators, because that's the divergence plays that you want to take a look at. And I've been watching this bull div set up on the monthly. And this returns oscillator can go high, right? This is nothing right now. Hell, just recently, last few months, it crossed up the zero mean. Only 2 of the 4 fishers. Yo.
By the way, for anybody who's listening, who wonders why do we trash the RSI? Okay, just to be clear, you get the RSI by subtracting 100 divided by 1 plus RS, the relative strength. Okay, now I don't know about you, but if you divide something by 1, that's like kindergarten math. Okay? That's not serious math. That is poor mathematics that are not relevant to the trading. Subtracting 100 divided by 1 plus RS from 100, you're dividing 1 by itself. What are you doing?
Yes.
Why are you dividing 1 by 1? Are you expecting to get something different when you divide by 1 by 1? It's a ridiculous joke of an indicator.
Yeah.
It's bad math. It's not relevant to trading. And it was, made by a guy who was formerly an architect, a failed engineer or something, and sucked at math apparently because he invented a thing that people take as solid gold when really it's kindergarten math. It has nothing to do with trading. If you think algorithms are running on things like that, you're kidding yourself. Literally, you're kidding yourself.
Yeah. Big time.
Anyway, enough about the RSI. Relative strength of what, I like to say.
Yeah.
Digital pixel moving across your screen? Give me a break.
It's like, what are you even talking about, sir? What are you even talking about? And so here, and I switched them up too. Okay. Well, look at all the bull div. Right, I switch this up to a 15 because I'm just going to go right here and say this RSI is probably set on about a 15, 14, close enough. Look at the RSI, man. No div at all. All the div was on the returns oscillator. All the div. And when I reset it to 15, this is a no-brainer. Look what happened right when it reacquired, man. It went sideways. And you go down through those lower time frames, div played out, wham. This has got a lot to go. But this is why we do not use the RSI and we use the returns oscillator. All lower lows on the RSI, all higher lows on the returns oscillator, telling you, look, the selling is so exhausted right now. It's unbelievable. We are about to get a crunching move. A cruncher. I mean, this monthly candle's a beaut. What does this thing move, man? Let's get a little fucking taste. Just the monthly candle. 30%, right? Where else do you see that shit? Fucking beautiful. Bitcoin holders are rejoicing. Start the signal fires. We're going to take down Mordor. Yep, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, little injection there.
A little bit of Bilbo there.
But anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you why. Don't even make me pull up the MACD and stochastics and really crush your heart. Because they're worse. They're fucking worse, man. All right.
Liars fib and fibs lie.
Yes. People are like, but the algos are running off the fib levels. That is the biggest fib in trading. Right? I got a news flash for you. Sites like Investopedia, shit like that, all the YouTube Jimmies out there, you guys, it is a industry-wide scam. Most of these YouTubers, too, have fallen for it themselves. They think they're doing God's work. They have no idea that they're out here blowing the horn for the, let's just call them a they. They are on the other side of all these trades, just crushing retail traders. They have been for a long time, man. That's why we started doing what we're doing. We've all been wrecked, right? I don't know about any of you guys, but after you get wrecked enough, you're like, there's got to be a better way. You don't just sit back, oh, well, YouTube Jimmy was wrong this time, and man, God, that read on the RSI was great. I don't know what happened. Well, I played that did move. Hell, I got wrecked, blah, blah, blah. At some point, you got to make a decision for yourself. Don't stop following the fucking herd, man. This goes in every aspect of your life. If you're following the herd, you're fucking lost. You're lost. People are like, oh, no, they're showing you the way. Yeah, the way right into bankruptcy. You got to chill, man. You got to learn. That's all you got to do. Give yourself some time. But a lot of people out there, they always have to be in a trade, right? Always. It's a dopamine rush. You're gambling. You're gambling with money in a time where money is pretty important right now. There's a lot of issues going on. Jesus Christ, I just paid $12 for a dozen eggs or some crap. Now I get free range, all that crap. But still, man, I mean, come on, $1 an egg? I'm going to go raid the farmer's fucking barn. I got a neighbor that's got a shitload of chickens. I hear fucking 10 roosters going crazy all day. It's like, I'm going to go get me some eggs.
Absolutely.
Insane, but he'll probably be out there with a shotgun blowing my ass up. Don't take my dollar eggs.
Get yourself 3 chickens, you'll have more than enough eggs you could possibly eat.
Warlord's shipping me a couple goats. I'll have goat milk and chicken eggs. I'm good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Cardboard, FedEx them. Punch some holes in the cardboard so my little baby goats can breathe. I'm waiting.
Tell you what, man. Those chickens, man, they're good for some things, certainly. Apart from the chicken meat for whoever eats them. The eggs are good, too.
Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff. And they eat all your leftovers, too. You want to throw stuff out, instead of throwing it out in the garbage, you can just give it to the chickens. They'll eat everything, man.
Yeah.
They'll eat everything.
Here's a beautiful read.
They'll even eat your altcoins. If you're not careful.
Here's a beauty right here. Look at this outlier on the weekly. That is a lot of strength. So what is this indicator, right? It's variance, right? It's variance. What is variance? And if you're watching this vid and you hear these types of words, right? Jot them down. Google them. Because you're not going to find anybody else. There's only one YouTube channel you are ever even going to start hearing terms like this. Tasty Live. Right? These guys talk about variance, they talk about volatility, they talk about the distribution. They do talk about these things. They're options traders though, right? You hear a lot more about these terms in options. These indicators, these were created in the beginning for options trading. But you know what? There was a few people, not a lot, that were just like, wait a minute, right? And pretty much all the ones that did get, I see 3 in the stream right now. Warlord was right behind us. He was one of the first, let's call him the villagers to jump aboard, right? And he got it. And he's been one of the longest, he's been around the longest probably studying this stuff right beside us.
Yeah, I could really stand to it.
But we started seeing things going, hold on for a second. Dude, you can scalp the shit out of Delta, right? Yeah. And so we created this, right? To be able to, you like options trading, we got indicators for you, 100%. You like to scalp Delta, we cracked the code, right? The only thing we're doing here is recognizing what's happening with the algos. You want to be on the right side. You don't want to be trying to trade against the algos. Good luck. If you think you can, knock yourself out, right? You're going to have a fucking soup can in your hand begging for change on the median of every street corner in the United States. I'm losing my fucking mind over that. But anyway, let's see here. Look at the Z-score, though, on the weekly. Man, this thing is just blown out. Blown out. But I love the outlier. It's the monthly kicking an outlier. There's not enough history, which is a bummer. I'd love to see the weekly or the monthly outlier. Let's see here. I don't even have to look. 5-day definite outlier. Let's see. All the Fishers looking great. What was there? 2 more to come up? No, look at the weekly. The weekly Fishers are fantastic. Total. This is what's great, because I guarantee you right now there's some dickhead out in YouTube land. That's right, YouTube Jimmy. I just called you a fucking dickhead. One specifically in mind, because I know he's talking that, oh, Bitcoin's trending. No, it fucking isn't. It's random as hell.
Yeah.
But you're going to hear, YouTube Jimmy's going to tell you that this is a trend. It's not.
Right.
There's only one way to figure that out. This is Entropy. Entropy is going to tell you, right, about the random walk in the trend. Dude, you can't get any more random. The predictor on the weekly flipped
Move.
when everybody's like, Bitcoin's going into trend. No, it's not. It's heading into total randomness. But from total randomness comes, right? What comes out of total randomness? Trend. And I'll tell you what, we get a big hard trend coming off of this move, you're going to see a pop. I mean, volatility on the weekly is only at, this is what I was showing too. I did this the other day, showing how all three of the volatility reads are lining up. The 2400 and the 525 positively correlated. The 981 contracting negatively correlated. All three are, boom, they are right, showing you exactly what price action should be doing. And it's a random walk right now. Wow, I guarantee you, there's a lot of people out there going, "Oh, Bitcoin's finally back in trend." No, it's actually not.
Yeah.
This is total random price action.
Yeah.
There's a massive difference.
There's trends on the super low time frames if you want to catch those. They're therefore for scalpers. But on the higher time frames, it is random.
Very random on high time frames.
Absolutely.
Daily, different story, right? Daily trend. But hey, when it's coming to trend, I want to see, does this move have some juice? And considering as you go down through the time frames in trend, we were trending, there is a very high probability that this baby is going to start trending to the top side. We'll see, right? We never try to give signals, but they're always embedded in what we talk about. Just be careful, because I always talk about both sides. Right? There's probabilities to the downside too. But considering on this macro, and then you just drop down through these time frames, I bet even a 5-day. 5-day is starting to drop. 3 days trending. 2-day is trending. Daily trending. 4-hour was hardcore trending. Probably gonna, if we get another move, it's gonna turn down, trend again. These are all though profit taking, right? When you go into trend on Entropy, one of the best things you could do, especially on low time frames, could it give more juice, right? Could you have got more in the trade? Maybe. But when this Entropy, you open up a new candle and that Entropy turns sideways or even slopes up a little bit, get out of the trade. It's usually right at the top. Was it? Yes. Every time. Every time. Look at this move. Boom. Goes down. Entropy turns up. Next candle. Boom. Take your profit. This is on a 4-hour. Look right here. It just happened. Trend. Look right where it turned up. Right at the top. So you would be out on this candle. You didn't get out at the top. Although, if you were over here and you understood where these levels were, you probably would have been out. All this works together. All this works together. Damn, almost was out of breath. What do you got to say?
Yeah, if you're on the 15-minute, you would have been out right at the top.
That's why we use these things. That's why we use these things. And pretty much why we're literally a probably the smallest trading channel there is out there. We could probably load up a new channel and just start showing people how to freaking mason jar up their farts and sell them online, and we'd get more views than we get.
Absolutely.
This is how sick this space is. But at the same time, I mean, I'm a firm believer that we have been recognized, and this information, they don't want it out there. You would think, oh my God, you guys are such a small channel, blah, 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 blah. You have no idea. They don't want this fire to catch hold. Because if it does, and all of a sudden Alpha Tradings get 10,000 views, it's another ball game. They're not going to be happy. So what's the best thing to do? If there's a revolution, you fucking crush it in the beginning. I mean, you hammer it and just crush it so nobody knows about it. Just like the media in the United States does all the time. All the important information Americans need to know gets crushed. The media just silences all the information, and then they gaslight fucking everybody about the direction, right? How they want to move society and get in just the herd. The herd of sheep, man. What do we need to do to steer these people? We can't let them know the truth, right? This isn't conspiracy. This is fact. This is what's going on. It's sick.
Media is owned by huge corporations. Those huge corporations are in on the game, and they do not want to give away the game because they hold dearly to that position. And, they are built on the age of trust and not the age of truth. And blockchain is truth.
Yeah.
So there is absolutely verification. You can verify transactions. And well, there's a lot of banks and other institutions in the world that do not like that. As much as they say they are transparent, as much as they say they're accountable and this and that, and they insure your deposits to a certain limit, it's not your money when it's not in your hands. As soon as you hand over your money to a bank, it belongs to them. They are operating on trust, and they do not want to change from the age of trust into the age of truth until they control as much, or the majority of it, which they already do, but they're still in the transfer mode, and they're very afraid of what will happen if more and more people are able to control their own funds and withdraw their deposits and control their own funds, basically. You know?
Yeah.
And I hear the arguments from people who are saying, but American banks are, you don't need Bitcoin. When your dollar's already digital, and if you lose your credit card, the credit card company will reverse any transactions that were done illegally, and they'll replace your card and this and that. And what happens if you lose a Bitcoin wallet? Then it's all gone, right? And so that's why you have to be careful not to lose your Bitcoin wallet. And B, you need to understand what it means to manage your own funds and not be afraid of that. Because as long as you let somebody else hold the custody over your funds, you are going to be victimized by the system that is designed to do that.
Yeah. Yep. Here's BTC and SPY on the weekly, right? It was losing correlationally. We're starting to get correlation back. And this makes my pants tingle. I like the correlation. I'm looking for I'll tell you what, Sunday or Monday morning, I'm going to be up early. Or wait a minute, markets aren't open Monday morning. Good. Gives me, wow. This crypto's running away. So it's going to have Sunday and Monday, rest of today, Sunday and Monday to make moves. This is going to be a trip, man. What's this look like on a daily? Or actually 5-day. Yeah, see? Yeah. We lost the correlation big time. BTC was going sideways, right? We all know traditional markets, man. This last week, definitely were pumping. Look, Bitcoin, boom. Traditional markets closed. Bitcoin's like, here we come, motherfucker. When's this 5-day candle close? Whoops. Let's see, January 11th, so 16th. What's the date today?
MG.
Oh, wow.
MG is happy about Gala trades.
This 5-day candle closes Monday. So, yeah, there'll be a new 5-day candle when the traditional markets open up. I guarantee this correlation pops to the top side. We're probably going to see a move. Probably going to see a move on traditional markets. I mean, they already started making their move, which is awesome. We talked about this yesterday. Doesn't matter how you trade. Like, I was in quite a few options trades. I took my profit on probably 70% of my trades. Why? Because I was over 50% in profit. The expiration on like 3 of the trades wasn't until the February expiration. I still had 35 days or something. I was like, screw it. It's not like just because I trade options, I'm not going to take profit. I'm trying to be greedy and get the whole like $2,800. No. I closed the Amazon trade yesterday. I was in it for like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. The fine risk trade took half my profit, $1,400. Bam. Same thing with coin. Coin was even more than that. Just powerful moves. Put it this way. I said in the beginning, I'm gonna throw $1K in this options account. And every quarter I'm gonna show the P&L and show the power of these indicators. Literally within about 6 weeks, the account has tripled. Right? So going well so far. Love the options. It's a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. But yeah, let's see what happens here on, what about the 21-day? Yeah, highly correlated. Beautiful. What time is it? 10? Yeah, we didn't want to make this a super long stream because it is the weekend. I think we covered a lot. Anything else anybody else wants to talk about? What you doing, P-Funk, on a Saturday? Can you talk?
Hey, if you want to pull up 2 good shit coins, pull up Altura and Gala.
Oh, well, I know Gala was on a mission.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, boy, here we go. Going down the shitcoin rabbit hole. Did you buy some Altura?
Not financial advice.
How do you spell that? Fuck, I used to trade it. I don't even remember.
It's ALU.
ALU, yeah.
ALU?
Yeah, I'm accumulating these in the down market, so.
Let's see.
Pretty good.
Where should I?
You cast it.
Well, I know that. I was looking. Isn't there? What do I got to do? Go on. I guess. USD.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. 4 hour, huh? Well, I mean, let's go to the daily. Yeah. Just following Bitcoin. Highly correlated Bitcoin. Guarantee it. So what? Bitcoin moved 30? Bitcoin moved 30%. Oh, that was on the monthly candle. You're not even going to get a monthly candle on Altura. Let's just go here. Yeah, hello. Woohoo! 80% move. But that's there. Will it populate a monthly?
That's the opportunity with these shit coins.
Yeah, here we go. It does populate. Here's the monthly.
And we're getting the question about FEG in the YouTube live stream. Any thoughts on FEG?
FEG. I don't know. Let's find out. FEG. What is old FEG? Gate.io. See, do we have a? Let me see if there's a better. Yeah, really, I want to look at the tether pair. Guess that's all we got. Obviously new. Probably not even going to get it daily. Let's see here. Yeah, not a lot of history. Can't even get variance. Let's drop down here on the 4 hour. See if we can get the variance to pop. No. Damn. Yeah, obviously, how long's this thing been around? Let me see here. Yeah, for a minute. Actually, bam, bam, bam. What are we talking about back here? Yeah. May of 21. May of 21. Yeah, there's just not going to be enough history to look on those higher time frames. But here's the daily. Let's see here. No bear div setting up yet. No bear div at all. You keep getting bounces off the zero mean right here. What's this volatility doing? What's the entropy doing? Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Jesus. There we go. Entropy just starting to trend last few candles here. Volatility's crushed. You can see this walk up, right? Here's the expansion of volatility. It started to move, positively correlated. Then it broke correlation as it was contracting to keep walking up. Doesn't appear like there's anything yet to stop the move. That's for damn sure. There's no bear div between returns and price action at all. And the volatility contracted hard. It's fallen off a cliff, negatively correlated. That will usually ebb and flow into a pump. That will usually ebb and flow into a pump. And that's why we drop down. Let's see. Are we setting up hidden bull? Yes, we are. A ton of it too. From the low right here. All these higher lows. Look at the low. Look at the lower lows. So we're just can't get the correlation though, because there's not. Yeah, you got to have an asset that's been around for years, literally, to get some good correlation reads. Let me see. Same thing though on the 4 hour, contracting, negatively correlated. So this thing will probably start walking back up. Let's see. And I do like the top side, right? No bear div. No bear div. So the big pump, usually the big pumps like that, sometimes if they're not enough, you will set up hidden bear. If not bear div. This is clean on the top side. All the divs being set up, hidden bull for the next move, for the next leg up. You see here on the 90 minute. And this is why we just keep dropping down. Hidden everywhere. Random on the 90. Where was that at on the 4 hour? Heading back. Actually, almost starting to drop back into trend. But usually, yeah, that trend's going to coincide with a little expansion. But there it is again, hidden on the 90. There was the hidden on the 45 that popped. Boom, and the returns oscillator on the 45 is back up above the zero mean, which is always good. But you can see this move to the top side. Didn't set up any. Usually you are going to see bear divs setting up on low time frames. This is showing you the buy pressure is strong. And now when I say that, because when you get divs, here's what a lot of people don't understand too. When you get divergences starting to set up, is because there's an imbalance in the buy and sell pressure. Put it this way. Say that you got a couple professional football teams, right? One of them needs one more loss, right, to get the number one pick. You think they're going to flop the game? Fuck yeah, they're going to flop the game. They already got a shitty record. So they are just going to let the offense every time just run amok, just run them over. They're not going to give a lot of resistance. That sets up a shitload of divergence. But when you have two teams, right? They're putting the same pressure on each other, but one is just stronger. It's not going to set up bull div or bear div at all. That side is just stronger, man. It's going to push through that sell pressure. That's when the div doesn't set up. The div sets up when there's an imbalance in the buy and sell pressure. That's when it sets up. All right. So this nice little
question.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're getting another question here from the YouTube.
Yep. What up?
You want to go with that one? Someone asking about Matic, M-A-T-I-C, Matic.
I like Matic.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Someone just joined our Discord.
Oh yeah, where the hell?
Welcome.
Where are you, Matic?
Yeah, we're getting some YouTube loving today, folks. Woohoo!
Where
Thanks
in
for
the
watching.
hell? But it's not under Matic. What's it under? It's under
Polygon?
Yeah, Poly, right? Hold on here. Man, I got it right here. What the fuck? Wait, I already got the ticker up. Jesus, boys and girls. Help! Help, Bilbo! There it is. Knew I'd find it. Matic. We like Matic. Hey, the old Polygon Pirates. The Catalina Whale Mixer. Everybody that's in that portal is going to get some rewards. Some people will get themselves a pirate. We'll see what happens. I might know a little something. All right, let's see here. Let's go up on the daily. Actually, we can go to weekly on Matic. Plenty. This is another thing I like to see. Let me see. There's no div. No div. Not yet. When Matic starts to break up, it's going to start setting up some hidden bear. Or no, some bear div. You're going to want to see a strong returns oscillator move up to the bands. That's for sure. I love the freaking Fishers. Look great. Look at the volatility starting to expand, positively correlated. That's just on a weekly. What's this daily look like? This nice move. What's this percentage? Let's see here. Let's go from the bottom. Where's Matic? 75 cents. Yeah, another 40% move. I know Avalanche had a nice move the other day too, like 25-30% or something. But yeah, Matic, another great blockchain. Another great blockchain. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, man, nice. 40% move. Let's throw this on projection boss real quick just to be... Whoops. Let's see. Let's pull this back in. Let me throw this back on a weekly so I can drag this thing forward a little bit. Oh, that's not going to work. No problem. I'll just go back in time and drag it forward. There you are. Come here. Let's see what we got working. Did I go far enough? I did not. There, boom. Look at that nice bullish doji right there. Okay, Matic blew its wad to the top side here. This is the 99.7 Laplace distribution range up here at the top side. Almost got a wick to it. No brainer. That's a high probability level. So literally right now in the projection, there's a 95.4% chance Matic pulls back to about 0.88. We already talked about how Bitcoin, could close, but this is a pretty volatile move, man. Pretty volatile move. And on the daily, getting a weird read. This definitely, when this daily closes, this correlation is going to break back up the top side. Trend looks great. Trend looks great. Not saying this can't continue. We could even bring this forward after that bearish candle. There we go. There we go. So when you take this little sideways action right here out, start right here on this fucking bull hammer, right? If you don't know candles, first of all, don't trade the candle patterns. They will get you wrecked as shit. It's because volatility creates the candles, right? Volatility is what's creating these candles. So you need to understand about volatility and what volatility is doing. Don't just blindly trade that. Would that have been a good trade? Yeah, look at this thing. Did it send a wick perfectly to the top side of the distribution? This is the power of the distribution. And this is why you get wicks like this, right? You get pullbacks because that is, you're way up here on the top side. There was only a 99.7? Yeah, 0.03% chance that this daily candle would close outside this range. And at the same time, a 95.4% chance we reacquire this spot in the distribution, right? Boom, boom, boom. But even better, we can go over here. Let's see. Let's take Solana off, though. Matic on the VRE. Very important indicator right here. Again, the distribution. It's all about the distribution, guys, gals, whoever is out there listening. Look at Matic. Matic opens up. These two white cross lines right here are the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. So what is that? Whoops. That's this range, right? This is the 68.3 Laplace. Now, these aren't the same time frames. I'm just using that as an example of what you're looking at here. So this is the daily Laplace distribution range. Matic starts to pump. Where does it send its first wicks to? Where was it rejecting from? That is the second standard deviation normal distribution. 3 wicks, bam. This one hit the 4-hour, is that a 3SD? Boom, boom, boom. The skinny blue lines are the 4-hour normal distribution levels, right? And you can see every 4 hours, the skinny lines will either go down or up, depending on what's happening with volatility. Then you get 2 wicks right into the distribution level, pulls back. Found support right up here on the daily R2. These are resistance levels of daily price action volatility ranges. So it finds support there, and then where's it launched to? The first leg on the 15-minute. Where did it go to? Sent wicks right into the third standard deviation. Pulled back. Used the 4-hour Laplace distribution as support. Then where'd the next leg go up to? Third standard deviation normal distribution. There was a 99.7% chance that the Matic daily candle will not close above that level. And then where's it dump down to when it gets up to the 3SD? There was a 68.3% chance that Matic would pull back to this daily level. That's the first standard deviation. Now it's ranging, right? Now it's ranging like in between, I'll even say second and third standard deviation. Or first and second, my bad. Just got a nice little cleaner here. Both ways. So yeah, Matic looks good. Matic looks real good. Let me see the weekly. Where's the top of the weekly? Just like most of these cryptos, we're outside the top of the weekly range. The Matic have a tight weekly? Yeah. Let's see what the percentage is. We already talked about these levels earlier. Boom. More was going to say this thing was going to range. Tell you what, it took that range and shoved it right up the VRE's butt, didn't it? That was a hell of a trend. But then again, look at the dailies. The daily range is tight. So this is a no-brainer on the daily. But seeing the top of the weekly down here, I'm going to go out Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time when we get this weekly close. Matic's probably going to close a little bit under $1. Right? Just like with all these. I mean, you got Bitcoin over here. It's just way. I mean, we already talked about, God, man, it's like 3K above its weekly range. This is going to get real interesting. Put it this way. Volatility is going to kick up, if anything. Could it be back to the downside? Sure it could. We'll be ready. We'll damn sure be ready for whatever the volatility gives us. And when it comes to taking profits, we take what the distribution gives us. Right? We don't just sit in trades. This is why people get wrecked. How many times have you read Twitter posts and shit in Discord? Oh my God, I was in profit. I went to bed and it's manipulation. It's the whales, right? It's that you don't understand how to trade. You got to take your profit. Because if you don't, the honey badger will come up, bite you on the ass, and liquidate you so fast you won't even see it coming. Because number one, a lot of people in crypto are total degens and they want to use that leverage. I'm telling you, it's a poison. It's a poison. You should not be using leverage. Leverage is for non-volatile markets. Where did leverage first pop up in? It's like commodities and Forex and shit, right? Cryptocurrency does not need leverage. Now, I mean, what the fuck? What was that on the monthly? Was that Matic? 80%? What the hell you need leverage for?
And hell, Solana's up 200% for like.
It's only the 14th. It's only fucking January 14th. Matic had an 80% move, but people want to use leverage with that. Man, you don't need it. The one thing it does, and people get lost in the euphoria. All these. I'm going to get in this Matic position. All right, let's start 10x. Oh wait, it's running again. Okay, I'm gonna get a little more leverage. I'm gonna ride this up. Now you're at the top up here. We're going to the fucking moon. I'm 50, 75x leverage. No, you're fucking liquidated.
Yep.
This is what people don't understand. These are the algos just raping people because you don't know how to take profit and you're emotionally attached to your trades and you don't limit your losses. 3 tenets, man, right there. And the fourth, that needs to be stamped on every trader's head and just beat into their brains. Don't use leverage. Don't do it. Coming from the guy that trades options. LOL.
That's institutional leverage. It's different.
Yeah.
That's right.
Exactly. It's just inherently built in.
It's more complicated than this pleb leverage, so leave me
Yes.
alone.
It's very more complicated than the villager leverage.
It has fancier names,
Yeah.
iron condors and vertical.
Hilarious. Jammatic looks good. But this is a great example of how degens get wrecked. Because they love to add on leverage, think they're going to the moon. They step out to go walk fucking their dog to take a shit. 2 15-minute candles later, they come back. They go to look at their profit, and you got liquidated. What the hell just happened? Well, your liquidation point's just crawling up your ass the whole time you're adding on. This definitely liquidated some people that did not take their profits. There's so much profit taking, you're in this move, you're taking profits. Hell, I'm taking profits at the 1 SD. I don't give a shit it ran to the second. Now I'm waiting for another entry. Boom, I got it. Now where am I going to take it? Probably at the second standard deviation again. But looking here, if you're down here trading a 3-minute, I'm probably right back in that trade, taking profits at the 3 SD pullback. You see it moving again. No brainer to front run the 4 SD, even though you didn't have to. Got to wick right through it. And then you don't have to worry about this kind of shit.
Right.
I guarantee you, there's people crying right now. People
you
crying.
Shorted there, and then take the profits when I hit that next.
Yeah. And here's another thing. When you really learn this stuff, you can really get in the game. Knowing the probabilities of a 4 standard deviation level, not only are you taking your profit here, you're not closing out the trade, you're flipping it. You're flipping it because you know it's at a 4 standard deviation, and there is literally a 0.0000001% chance this fucking closes above this level. So you just flip the trade. Say you're a Bitcoin. Say you're 1 Bitcoin long right here. And up here, throw in a short for 2 Bitcoins. You're just flipping the trade. Boom. Now you're a Bitcoin short, and you write it down. Where are you going to take profit?
It's mad.
Fuck, you could take it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying
Oh yeah, right.
If you're using BTC as your collateral,
Right. Yeah.
and you're 1 BTC long on Matic, boom. Just take. You can even take the profit on the top side of the freaking 3SD. But look, this thing buzzed all the way back down to the top side of the 68.3. Do you know how many people got wrecked in that Matic move? A lot. Maybe some are listening wondering, hey, what's going on with Matic? I just got my ass wrecked. Hopefully you're in profit. If we teach anything over here, it's just take your profit, man. You don't have to stay in these moves. Crypto is volatile as hell. You got all kinds of moves here. And if you go over here, this will be a wake-up call. This is where I'm trading at, right? 6-minute, 3-minute. I mean, look at all this. Look at these moves. They're all over the place. I mean, there's so much profit to be taken to the top side and the downside. It's all over the place.
Look at those little pops on the variance all over the place. I mean, there is no shortage of where to take entries and exits.
Whoops. Let me turn this
No
off.
shortage at all.
Let's see here. What's happening right now? On the 15-minute. Not much. 33. Got some hidden? No.
Look at that variance. Look at that variance.
Oh, yeah.
All those little peaks. All.
And yeah, and this is what this variance does. And I was going to say earlier, variance is the spread of data around the mean, right? Around the mean in the distribution. And so when you start having an outlier, when you see the inside white line, that's variance, right? When you see it turn pink or whatever color scheme you're using, that means there is an outlier within the distribution. That means there's going to be a 95.4% move or greater. It's like, well, how do you know that? Well, let me go back here. When did that outlier start?
It's math.
It's maths.
That's how
It's fucking maths, man. It's maths.
Yeah.
Boom. There's where the outlier started. So let me throw a vertical up. Pull this in. Let me turn back on this projection, boss.
Yeah, teach me, please.
Teach me, sir.
I needed variant.
Let me see. Where are you, little drag and drop? Meow.
Variance is a king in this world. It's a powerful
One candle off. Boom. There we go. So did we get a 95.4 50% move. Hell yeah, we did. But hey, it went to about the 0.999999. That's what these outliers are telling you. As soon as you have an outlier, hell, if you want to trade any way at all, you see an outlier pop up on these low time frames, jump in the trade. Try to get it, is what you do. I'm watching the 15-minute. If I see the 15-minute start to flash an outlier, I'm down here looking for the entry. 3 and 6 minute chart. I'm looking for the entry because the move might have already started, but you leave that vertical here. Oh, this is on the 33-minute too, huh? Let me back up here on the 15 on that outlier. Hold on for a second. There it is. Same spot, so it's perfect. Same freaking spot. So here it is on the 15. Didn't get outside the distribution. Ran right to the top side. 99.7 Laplace. Boom. Right? So if you drop down here on the 3 minute, I'm going to have to back this thing off a ways. Hold on here. Let's get to the beginning. Okay. Boom. Here we go. So look down here on the 3 minute. So are you going to immediately get in that move? No, I'm dropping down through the time frames. I want to see this outlier on the low time frame. Boom, there was your entry. Right, there was your entry. And the variance turned down, negatively correlated. Then the variance turned back up, positively correlated. I mean, you riding this thing to the moon, negatively correlated. You're all the way to the top. Then the outlier to the downside. This is how I work my magic anyway. A lot of people do it the other way around. Now, volatility will roll uphill. It'll move up through the time frames. But when you're seeing something on a higher time frame, you got to be able to reverse that and come down through the time frames to find your entry. That's just a fact. You just got to be able to do that. If you don't have a workflow, first you need an edge, and not an edge where it's just the edge of a cliff and you just continuously fall off and lose trades. That's not an edge. That's a money draining fucking oof. Okay, I got to switch to a higher time frame. There we go. There we go. But anyway, Matic looks good. Probably gave him a little more than he bargained for. Wait, I just wanted a quick read. This guy went the fuck off. That's what I do.
Good.
That's what I do.
If your edge isn't quantifiable, then it's not an edge. Bottom line, what we have is actually quantifiable mathematical probabilities that are literally an edge.
Mm-hmm.
You can calculate it to the point.
If you got, and all you got to do, Yasha talked about it yesterday. Look at the profit margin from Citadel last year. Ridiculous. On your backs. Raping retail traders with their algorithms. Trading all this high volatility.
They like to take their profits, I can assure you of that.
Yeah,
and
man.
They definitely know how to limit their loss, and they are definitely not emotionally attached to their trades, especially not when it's algorithmically driven bots that are doing their trades by the millions of orders per second.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so look, that Matic outlier on the daily started right there. Let's throw a vertical up here. Boom. Doink. And let's see, blow this up. Okay, you little bugger. Oh, I was right on it, wasn't I? Oh no, wait a minute. Where the hell is that drag and drop? Where are you, buddy? To the bottom side. I got too much shit going on. I can't find my drag and drop. Oh, it's right under there too. That's a problem. There we go. Okay, I know where it's at. Let's just find this drag and drop. Is it right there? There. Boom. There's the outlier. Boom. So the first candle, bam. I mean, right here, you nailed the 95.4. And that's what I'm waiting for. Right? Just say this is even a 1 minute time frame. I mean, you're waiting for the 95.4 to hit. And I'm flying. If you're trading these low time frames, one of the most important thing is you got to be quick operating. You're not a bot. All right? You got to do all this manually. You got to know how to be throwing in limit orders. Please, for God's sakes, all you retail traders, quit marketing. Quit marketing right into the other side of these algos trades, because that's what you're doing. Usually, when you're marketing in or marketing out, the fucking algos are doing the exact opposite, and then people wonder why they get wrecked. Well, you're on the wrong side of the trade. 90% of the time, probably. You got to get on the right side of the trade, and that is definitely the algorithms. Definitely. So if I'm in this, say this is a 3 minute chart. I'm front running the 95.5. I know this outlier is going to rip up here and at least do a 95.4 move. So I'm gonna freaking drop down a little bit, take my profit, you know, whatever asset I'm trading, I'm gonna figure it out percentage wise, and I'm gonna front run it and take my profit. I don't care if this happened. Why would you? You just won a trade, and that's all it's about. But there's too many people out there trading. They want to be able to pop it on Discord or social media. Oh, I'm in this 2,000% move. And then tomorrow, when they go to sleep and that move reverts and liquidates them, you're not going to, all of a sudden, it's like crickets. Because they didn't take their profit, man. It's pretty bad. There's a lot of people out there who don't take their profits. That's all you got to do most of the time. Especially if you're using the right tools. Especially if you're using the right tools. So let's see if Matic's having a 2-day outlier. Yes, strong too. Strong, still cooking. Z-score's still on its way up. Fishers are, look at the DLP, strong. Just starting to trend. Here we go again. Financial world, look out. Fucking honey badger's loose. The honey badger is loose. Could have a real interesting, and I talked about it yesterday, about the first quarter. Even in traditional markets, we could...
we had those projections right at the end of the year that we did for the first quarter also.
Yeah.
Quite good.
Let me see some. I think I flipped my correlation. I gotta make sure I flipped it up. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. 10. Yep, it's all right. Okay. Anything else? What are we doing? Let me see. Is anything sticking out? Yeah, CSOL's already pulling back a little bit. Back down to about 21%.
Well, look at ETH, man. Have a look at ETH. They had a nice pump, and that thing's been up 50% from the lows last week of December.
All right, I'll give ETH some love. Since Vitalik fucking gave a shout out to Solana. Right when he did, too. Boom, that was the bottom of Sol. That was awesome. No, we all love it, too. It's not that I don't like freaking Vitalik. He's definitely a character. But how long you going to let the gas scam go on, man? Come on.
Right.
Come on.
Well, they have to. It's built into the...
I know, right? It
they
is.
can't just get rid of it on a whim, you know? They got to develop their way out of it.
They need to change the whole protocol, basically, for ETH3. Basically.
Yeah. There's a reason why Gavin did his thing, Charles did his thing, right? They're like, oh, well, we're not coming to an agreement here.
Just make some shit, throw it at the wall, see what sticks. Well, they had a great thing, but unfortunately, they got a lot to fix in it. So it's just gonna take time.
Yeah. Looks good though. Looks good.
Hey, we got an awesome from the guy that asked us for the Matic and the info.
Nice.
On, man. Glad we could give you that info, dude.
We're here every day, Monday through Friday, anyway. Let me see here.
And we're in the Discord all the time, so you don't have to stick around just for that. And you don't have to be just in the live streams. You can also come into the Discord and chat there. It's always open.
There's another, right? Ethereum almost ran to the top side of the distribution right there. Powerful, man. And we could even bump it up a few, right? Because we did have this little sideways action. Let's start right here. There you go. There you go. So I'm looking, probably. You're going to see ETH by the end of this week here. Sunday or whatever. Probably close down around 1,500. Get back inside this distribution. Let's look at it over here. Where the hell is Ethereum? Let's see. Oh, yeah. There's a 15-minute candle. Jeez. Well, when we opened up this new day, right, you saw like everything else sold. Bitcoin, it was kind of like, boom, legs. Ethereum is like, fuck it. 1 15-minute candle all the way to the 4th SD. What is that? Let me see here. A one candle, wick to wick, man. Almost 8.5. Yeah, 8.5%. Pretty good for a 15-minute candle. Pretty damn good. This is how crypto does it. 1472, about $120 move. Bam! Take your profits. Take your profit. Now it's bouncing off the top side of the 95.4 Laplace. Right? That's that white cross line right here. Could get stuck in between this third standard deviation, 95.4 Laplace. Close the daily here. Let me see here. Had a tight daily range, so no brainer. Another tight daily range. Where's the top? Where is the weekly? Just like Bitcoin, man. This thing is blowing out. Top side's at 1430 about. Top side of the weekly. Yeah. Yeah. Had a somewhat tight weekly range. 1244 to 1273. Yeah, so like a $30. What is that percentile wise? Let's see. Old ETH. Yeah, 2.5%. Which, I mean, it is. It's right on the borderline. It's real tricky, man. Because there's like a plus or minus for this trend, and like Ethereum, 2.5 on the weekly, right? But let's see the daily. Guarantee you this daily's tighter. You can see it already. Daily is right about under 2. Hell,
have a look at COMP.
Oh, yeah. It's not even a percent. So, yeah. Boom. Have a look at what?
COMP. Comp.
Oh, comp. Yeah, man.
Up 38.5.
I know comp. I know comp. Where are you? CryptoCap. Comp. Hello. Hello, you big juicy shitcoin. Look at you go. Look at you go. Everybody was calling you a retard, and you just pumped.
Yeah.
Wow. Started out a little slow. Right? Started out a little slow, but this is it. Right here, BTC right here was already almost at the top. So what happened, man? Boom. People took some profits, had a little pullback in BTC. Somebody slammed a shitload in the comp. That thing ran all the way to the 5th standard deviation normal distribution. That's such a high probability level. Big time.
You don't take your profits there. Man, you got a greed check.
And this is above the monthly. Top side of the monthly. Wow. So this baby's definitely going to have to come back down.
Right.
For sure.
A good profit taking.
You know what?
For sure.
I don't want that fucking USD cap. Let me see here. Give me Binance, Tether, or Coinbase. That's what I want. Perfect. And Coinbase, yeah, perfect up to the 5th SD, man. God, that's a massive move. Fuck. Here's the top side of the monthly, though, man. 48.6. I see this pulling back in. But like I said, it's all about these daily ranges, though. I mean, I've seen things close outside the monthlies on these big volatile. This is more gonna encapsulate like traditional markets, these daily ranges and stuff. The daily definitely will do crypto as well. But when you get to the weekly and monthly, I've seen these big blowouts. Daily, though, the daily definitely confines them most of the time. You're not going to see too many close outside. So as I'm saying that, the daily range is at 43.66. Don't be surprised, man, if this thing rips down here and liquidates people that didn't take their profit. I'm not saying it's gonna. I'm just saying there is a probability for that to happen, considering it is way. Let me see what the percentage is, how far this thing is outside of the top of the daily range. In my opinion, way too much. 20%, man. I mean, that's just like, I don't know.
That's fine.
If you have not taken your profits on comp, take them. Not financial advice. It's money-making advice. Fucking take your profit, man. Are those
MANA.
Are those the same thing?
Right. No.
Hilarious. Yeah, what else here? And if you are watching on YouTube and you like what you're seeing, hey, if you're just out there wanting signals, we don't straight come out and give signals. But if you sit down and listen to one of our full streams during the week, they are embedded everywhere, if you can read between the lines. We don't like to give signals, but we are constantly, right? It's just embedded in what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's just part of the probabilities. Like if you know how to read the probabilities, it's kind of clear what we're saying.
So if you're that signals guy, that's fine. Hell, give us some YouTube views. Hang out, talk, interact in the chat and stuff. But if you want to learn about this stuff, the link to our Discord's in the description of all these videos. Come in, request the free Volatility Starter Pack. We're going to give you some free indicators on a chart. You have to have a TradingView subscription, obviously, even if it's the free one. Then, after you request that free Volatility Starter Pack, you're going to come into the Discord. The first thing you're going to say is, this is a shit show. There's 1,000 channels. There's a reason why, man. It's packed full of education. It'd take you a lifetime to go through this server, and we know that. But all the education's in there for anybody that wants to start to learn this. A friendly group of people, too. You come in, we don't charge for this stuff. That's what I don't know what the misconception is about us alpha traders. I hear people talk all the time, oh man, they're scammers and blah, blah, blah. It's like, don't listen to the noise. We are here to help people. But when you go against the grain of the herd, you're going to get shit thrown at you. You always do. I don't care what aspect in your life. If you're going against the grain, there'll be people shit talking you. We get shit talked all the time. We don't care, right? Because if you watch our streams every day, you're going to be like, what the fuck, man? These guys nail shit every day almost. It's like, yeah, well, it's the distribution. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't have a crystal ball. These are crystal balls, our indicators, man. Right?
Can you take a look at mana real quick?
Oh, we going to mana. Yeah, we're going into some motherfucking
Mana from Nirvana.
No, this is isn't this metaverse stuff? Yeah, Decentraland. Little shakier, but hey, definitely above its monthly too. Everything's going to be above its monthly ranges. This didn't have as big of a move, obviously. It barely got above the second.
34% on the day, man. 33.8% on the day. Pull that ruler out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it moved. But look at the distribution is a lot wider on mana.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Didn't quite get to the 3SD, but look where it did get to. Oh wow. I mean, yeah, let's go on a limb. I mean, even the daily volatility ranges. Holy shit, look at the top side. Up here above the 5th standard deviation. Wow. This has got room to run, man. I'll tell you what, if I'm looking at this right now, I'm popping on low time frames. First, I got to see what Bitcoin's doing, because it's time for this to link up, because it hasn't been correlated, right? It wasn't, because you had this early pump. Not as big though. This actually has got, Decentraland's got room to run. Everything else came up here in these high distribution levels. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you see a little catch up here, 70 cents or something. Wouldn't be surprised. But then you got the 95.4.
That would be a pretty 3S. Dude.
Yeah, 2SD. Oh no, 3SD. Yeah, man, these levels. That's a 99.7. My bad. Yeah, wow. The fact that this daily volatility range is outside the distribution levels is fucking insane, man. Pretty big range. Pretty big range. But yeah, that actually looks like it's got some action. What else is sticking out? Anything else popping?
NEAR. NEAR is sticking out 25%, doing very well.
Old NEAR. Yeah, what is that?
NEAR. NEAR, NEAR.
No, I know that. Is it on Coinbase? It's not. It's a Binance Tether. Yeah. Woo! Volatile. Very volatile. I'm going to use that leverage all the way up, and I got liquidated.
Exactly. Just what I was thinking. Like, people buying in and 5x, 10x, 20x, and then it gets to the top. I'm going to buy more, and then shoots down.
And now they're crying in their fucking Cheerios because they're like, wait, but, well, you didn't take your profit. Yeah. And you didn't get the bounce from the top side of the 68.3 to get back into the trade. Take your profit.
You literally could have made profit the whole way going up, the exact same distance going back down if you nailed that bottom, and then the whole way back up.
Yeah, man.
If you were a fast trader, you would have had 3 times the profit on what it's done today. All right?
100%.
Even more on time frames, but yeah. 15 minutes alone.
You guys are talking here. What I think about is, Bilbo's throwing out all these numbers. This stuff looks so complicated. It's really not, if you take the time to learn it. But, I think one of the hardest things for people to do when they start coming in here and looking at all this stuff is it's hard to decide what type of trader you're going to be. We teach low time frame, quick moves, swings, on these low time frames where you can get in and get out on a trade and take your profit and then just build from there. If you don't want to be that type of trader, well, then you've got to come up with a little different strategy. And, but I think it's hard for people to choose. Like they come in here and they think they're just going to be a real high time frame trader. And, that's not what we're teaching. And so like you can get mixed signals, when you're not understanding what you're seeing. You know, so you just got to come in, give yourself some time to learn this stuff and learn how to be a low time trader before you decide to then be a high time trader, because your low time frames are going to give you a hell of a lot better win rate and more often. And
Yep.
it's all about occurrences, having a lot of occurrences and getting a win rate that's high. And that's how you're going to be successful if you take your profits, like Bilbo said.
And that's coming from a guy who loves 12 hour.
Yeah.
What?
Glorious 12-hour trader we have. No, but also MJ makes a great point, which is it's all about the low time frame trading. If you want to stack up those little buckets and fill them up at the end of the day, have a whole bunch of little buckets filled with liquidity.
Yeah, man.
But more importantly, as he said nicely in the YouTube, right, the volatility strategy that we basically teach is not a strategy of look for a pattern and see if it matches up with some silly line somebody drew on a chart. It's all about the volatility. And to do that, you just got to learn the tendencies of the volatility, which, by the way, match the tendencies of the entropy. And by the way, we give out that information for free in our free tools area that anybody can get if you just jump into our Discord. And you can just learn those 6 tendencies. They're not that complicated to learn. It's 6 things. And then the tools just line up with what those things say. And you can learn how they work. And you can see it really quickly and understand it also fairly quickly if you just put in the time and the effort to actually bother to learn and to practice the trades and then to run some real trades, when you have the liquidity to actually run real trades. But do not trade real money if you, A, don't have enough to trade, and B, don't know what you're doing with these things.
Yeah.
Right? Once you know what you're doing.
And volatility is not like volume or prices moving up and down. I mean, the traditional term of volatility has been like hijacked, and we're trying to take it back. Volatility is a metric. It's measured. It's math. That's what volatility is. So you're measuring the moves of the log returns of an asset, and then you're measuring that. So it's math, and that's what you have to learn. It's not just prices moving up and down.
And you don't have to be great at the math itself. You just have to be a trader. You just have to be able to use the tools. The math is built into those tools.
All you have to do is understand the concept, and then learn what these levels are and what these numbers mean. And it's really not that hard.
Right. Exactly. You don't have to be a math genius to trade. You just have to be able to read and understand that these tools are built on the relevant maths for trading, and then learn those relevant keys that we give out for free. And then once you understand that, I mean, you're off to the races, basically. And then when you're ready to check out our full suite of tools, like the ones you're seeing on Bilbo's charts here, which are a little different, obviously, more advanced than our some volatility starter indicators, then you've got access to so much more power in your toolkit. But that's for once you've learned how to actually trade properly with the volatility starter indicators. And those are, again, to give you a kind of a taste of what all the tools are, but also more importantly, to give you the fundamental concepts. And then all of our other tools are just more advanced power, because they tell you all kinds of interesting things like trending moves and random walks, and very specific probabilities for the projection bosses, and all kinds of wonderful tools that just aren't available in our volatility starter pack, but they are certainly available for a ridiculously low price for anybody that actually wants to take their trading to the next level. And the only reason we really even charge for that, to be honest, is because we're just not looking for a bunch of freeloaders. We're looking for people who are seriously interested in trading this way. Yeah, that's all. It's kind of like a cover fee when you go to a bar. That's what we want, people who really want to be there.
Yeah, and if you're an investor or like a long-term trader, these tools are great for that too. But you just gotta apply the right strategy to it. So
yeah. Especially if you like options, you guys are missing the boat. You're not going to get a better suite of tools than this to trade options with.
Yeah,
for sure.
I can show you. We can show you a million things here on whether it was a good idea to sell your Tesla at the top or not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm liking the all the positivity we've been getting. As small as it may be for some channels, for us, it's a wonderful thing to see in the YouTube. We usually don't get practically anybody watching us at all, and even just to have a small handful today is just great. And I hope that people are getting good insights from this and jumping in on the Discord and starting to learn on their journey.
Yeah, maybe we'll try to do a Saturday stream every week because, you know, a lot of people are busy in their lives. You know, a lot of us degens that trade all the time. Fuck, I'm sitting in front of these computers all the time. That's why I just love when people are like, what's this fucking boomer, dude? He's in Discord all the time. God, doesn't he have a life? Yeah, man. I'm probably on the other side of your trade.
Right.
I'm sitting on this computer.
There is something to be said about we run the live streams at a time when usually a lot of like regular folks are getting into their work at around 9 a.m. So that is a thing, right? A lot of people on the East Coast anyway are starting to work at around 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So it could be a lot of that also is doing that. But there's a lot of live trading streams out there, and they're often running right at market open where we are. So it's a logical time to do it also because it's pre-market open. You get a nice pre-market analysis of what's going on before the bell rings. And if you're watching this even at work, you can just turn off, put on the headphones or whatever if you have that ability at work, and catch the pre-market analysis of the VEPS. It's a very nice way to start the work day, in my opinion, if you're a trader and if you just want to know what's going on for the day while you're sitting there grinding away, doing whatever it is you do.
What do you do? What do you do?
Streams on all, and then we can make a habit of it.
It's my dragon drop. There it is. No, I'm talking to myself.
That's good, man.
There it is.
I'm just pleased to see anybody new getting into trading VEPS, man.
Yeah.
Begin the journey, put in the time and effort, and you will not look back. It's just, you will be laughing at how silly all that other stuff is.
Silly.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's get this. So here's ETH on the 15. Right, just had the pump on the 15 minute. Come back here on the projection. There you go. You get outside the distribution. This is why people are like, well, why do these moves stop? All right, why can't they just continue to go? Because of the math, man. It's the probabilities. The algos are running on the probabilities. You make a move like this massive outlier, you are going to go sideways. You are going to come back into the distribution. And there's a 95.4% chance this level is going to get retested. Did it? Yeah, man. There's a 68.3% chance this gets retested. But here's the thing. When you got a nice volatile move, what's this look like on the 15? Now we're contracting, falling off a cliff, negatively correlated. Usually ebb and flows right into an expansion and a pump. So, that being said, where are we back up here? Hell, I mean, if this thing wants to retest the 99.7, you're back up there at the daily high. So, go ahead. That's $1,600 Ethereum. We'll see. If it finds support here and the volatility expands, positively correlated, you're going to see another move. You're going to see it bang the top side of this distribution again, probably. Not doubt it. And you can see we always use words like probable, right? Because that's what all this is about. It's all about the probabilities, man. And are we setting up anything interesting? No. It's a 33-minute looking like. Yep, same thing. Pulling back up inside. Yeah, this is the most time I've spent on ETH in a long time. I know we got a lot of ETH people out there. Now, let's see. Volatility fell off a cliff right here. Boom. Starting to expand. Positively correlated on the 33-minute. Where's the top side of the distribution on the current candle? Almost at the high. 95 for Laplace is at about 15.45. Only 20 bucks ahead. Nice. Nice. You'd be surprised how fun trading gets when you got the right tools. All right, where you're not just blindly trading shit. You have no idea. You're just like, you might as well be throwing a dart, right? Throwing at the dartboard. Get a pet monkey. Get a pet monkey to pull the green tab or the red tab. It really doesn't matter, right? You got a 50% chance. And if the trade goes against you, just get the hell out. Monkey, throw another dart, right? If the trade goes with you, take your damn profit. You're better off doing that. I'm not going to lie. If you're using traditional TA, go buy a pet monkey with all those massive profits you're making in the markets. Laugh. But anyway, dude, you have such a better chance of winning trades just limiting your loss and taking your profit than literally trying to use traditional TA to give you insight of what you should be doing. Use your monkey, man. Pet monkeys are fun too, right? Probably get you laid. Women love monkeys. Yep. Bilbo, January 2023. He said that. All right. Fuck, we got to get off here if I lose my shit. Been an hour and 50 minutes. That's plenty of time.
Yeah, I got to roll. See you, boys.
Yep, see ya. So yeah, like we said before, the link to the Discord's in the description of all these videos. Come check us out. Open up a support ticket, get the free Volatility starter pack, and we'll go from there. Wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and we will see you Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys.
And if something crazy happens today or tomorrow,